I start my long and hectic journey towards the north heading to Mandera. Rough and dusty roads of northern Kenya makes the journey more unbearable, yet the region being under the hands of 4 different governments since Kenya gained its independence from the British, a sign of marginalization that has ruled over the whole region for many years. But after almost 24 hours, we are welcomed by a tarmac road that takes us to a busy town. The tarmac makes the local feel that they are part of Kenya amidst all the marginalization that they face. Mandera is a name that is popularly known by many across the country, but mostly people picture it with a negative sketch. It is a town that is located in the far northeastern part of the country, bordering Somalia to the east and Ethiopia to the north. River Daua, a seasonal river, is what cuts between Kenya and Ethiopia. It is a town that celebrates the cultural diversity of the people that live within. A town that has hit the headlines of mainstream media houses, but most of the time for the bad side.
I think first of all, it is the creation of media that make Mandera look so bad. I'm very sure any of non-local who come to Mandera, they go out of Mandera with different mindset. So this place, first of all, the area is inhabited by Muslim, and the Muslim communities are so friendly to everybody. So I don't believe whether Mandera is that bad in terms of security, in terms of maybe people having in human heart. This place, Mandera, I confirm that this place is good, and it's confirmed by many of our non-local community who are living here. In fact, if Mandera could have been that bad, the quarry workers they were forced by the government. The quarry was closed by the government through forceful act. There are some people who said we cannot leave. They used to spend outside. Apart from, it's true, the challenge is there. The challenge of Al-Shabaab is there. These people sometimes infiltrate and they do some harm to the community. But as a community of Mandera, residing in Mandera town, I don't think whether they have any problem with any person living among them. So the place is so good.
Governor Ali Ibrahim Roba, who is the first governor of the county, has done a facial uplift of the town by tarmacking 24.5 kilometers of the roads that are within the town. He also constructed the Mandera Referral Hospital, a hospital that serves people who come from as far as Somalia and Ethiopia for medication.
The Somali people are people that are basically generous. The Somali people are people who, when a visitor comes, regardless of his background, regardless of his creed, they generally welcome with open hands. Perhaps there are few rotten apples that may soil the image, the greater image of the people of Somalis. But generally, the problem also is a problem shared, whereby the non-natives, whenever they come and stay here for a couple of years, and especially the government police, whenever they go back, the problem is that when they go back, a small percentage of them, whenever they go back and then that's the image of the people here on the ground. That can be questioned by slight altercations between the natives and the people on the ground, the Somalis. So the natives, okay, sometimes may suffer from cultural shock. They may fail to adapt with the cultural norms around. Because Somalis are generally people who are generally conservative in nature as a result of their nomadic and Bedouin-wise culture.
Business is one of the aspects that have led to the growth of the town, as goods from 3 different countries, that is Kenya, Somalia and Ethiopia, find their way here, hence making it a business hub.
People from different countries like Somalia and Ethiopia come and work here as its business center, where people, even they don't need food other things from Kenya. We only just need some vegetables, where even nowadays, as technologies are rising from A to Z, people are now producing their own foods, vegetables. We have fruits. Mandera actually produces large-scale farming of watermelons. Also, we have onions, which the business people transports from Mandera to other parts of Kenya. Also, it goes down to Somalia. In Mandera also, it's a good place, a very safe. People think it's just a terrorist center, but actually Mandera, it's only 1 or 2 times that happens such things, and that one's also targeted all Kenyans, not only the local people.
Due to its economic growth, the town has attracted many people from different parts of the country. Paul is a businessman from Loitoktok, and I used to see him when I was a child. He sells herbs and shoes made of leather.
Mandera si kama zamani. Mandera saa hii ni nzuri, hakuna shida, hakuna kitu mbaya yoyote. Kwa siku hizi hakuna vita, siku hizi kumetulia, hakuna shida, na ni joto tu, lakini hakuna kitu kingine ambayo iko na shida. Mandera siku hizi ni kama Nairobi, wamejaa kabila nyingi na biashara inaendelea kawaida. Japokuwa siku hizi hakuna pesa, ukame tu pesa, lakini si kama zamani. Lakini siku hizi biashara imepungua kidogo, lakini bado tunapata tu kitu kidogo tukitembea. Wakenya wenzangu, Mandera ni mzuri, imekuwa kama Kenya nzima. Si sehemu mbaya kama zamani, hakuna siku hizi shida, ni kama Wakenya wanaweza tembea na wengi wamekuja, kwa hiyo hakuna shida.
I've been here for the last 6 years teaching math physics in Mandera High School.
Peter Korir is a mathematics and physics teacher at Mandera Secondary School. He is a Mandera resident for 6 years.
So after 3 years, it was uplifted to a national school, and I've been having a very smooth time with them, with the students. In fact, we interacted very well with them. So when I'm here, I feel like I'm at home. So that at times, in most cases, when we split for these maybe midterm or holiday vacations, I just feel like I'm missing the place, because of the generosity of the society, as well as the friendship and interactions with the students. In fact, the students of Mandera High School are very disciplined. That is from my heart. Not that I'm just becoming beautifying it, but in the true sense, they are very disciplined. In any case, when you get anything which is maybe he has done something wrong, they are also very apologetic. The moment he has realized that he has messed, normally students normally come and chance request for a pardon and a forgiveness. So I feel like, in fact, when some other people are saying, I feel like going home, I feel like I'm at home.
Korir says that he has not met with any problems from the locals since he came to this town.
We have churches, more than even 7. I myself, I'm a Christian from a Catholic denomination, and we have our church very close, in fact, at the heart of Mandera town, very close to post office there, whereby we normally worship every Sunday with no problem. There's no difficulty, there is no worry. Even when we close, some other people normally church remains and they normally worship. We haven't had any incident of any terror incident in our church. Most people, because of the distance between the down Kenya and this place, most people normally come with their wives, and they are staying comfortably. In fact, we have a school here run by a down Kenyan, a primary school run by a down Kenyan, which is well performing. It's called Choice Start. When you get to that place, students are just not only the Muslims, but also down Kenyan students. But they intermingle, they play well with them. You cannot even differentiate whether this is a Muslim or a Christian. You can't. Normally, that is perception. That is people's perception, because we normally eat here. I myself, I like sukuma wiki, which I normally find it cheaply, always, when I need it. Fresh sukuma wiki. Okay, along the border between Ethiopia and Kenya, and then Somalia and Kenya, there is a river. And then there is a flat section whereby irrigation is being done. That is where a lot of sukuma wiki is being produced. A lot of onions are being produced. In fact, watermelons are just in plenty, excess. In fact, you will find that when you are moving within the marketplace, most of those watermelons, they are just excess, and to an extent whereby you will find that a lot of cows are even eating those watermelons, because people have eaten until they have had excess of it. So things, there is nothing which is expensive in any case. Water, we normally get water. In fact, in our case, we have a well within the school, and then there are some wells very close to that border whereby it supplies fresh water. So nobody can be able to talk about scarcity of water or scarcity of meals.
Teachers who left the northeastern region some years back due to insecurity termed the locals as hostile.
The problem is that the few foreign apples that dirty the image of the Somali people in northern Kenya will be an advantage for the few non-natives who are ingrates. Who are what? Ingrates. So the ungrateful nature of those few non-natives generally taints the greater image of the people around. So we call a kind of a relook at the culture of the Somali people, and those who come here should at least come with a prior knowledge of the Somali culture, so that when they come, they try to fit reasonably with the society on the ground.
Some of them said that the locals treat them badly, to an extent of even raping the female teachers. Nur Sheikh Ali, who is the principal of Mandera Secondary School, gave me answers concerning the issues raised by the non-local teachers after they left.
I don't think whether such an allegation can happen in this county. First of all, this county is dominated by Muslims. Most of the head teachers are very senior guys who have been in the profession for many years, and these teachers, young teachers we employ, they are as young as our daughters. So I don't think whether any head teacher in his right mind can think of even asking professionally such bad relationship with his calling. I think it is just outburst from our local teachers when they wanted to go to get transfer. I don't believe. I have there is a time it happened in this school. There was a lady, a local teacher. She is now in America. She got a green card visa. She went to America. She called me during the night, fearing that she told me that she saw some movement around our house. She called me at the middle of the night. I took security officers and went to her house. So we are that kind to this lady, to these female teachers. So I don't believe that allegation is true.
Education was paralyzed after the teachers left. Mandera Secondary School and Mandera Moi Girls are the only national schools in the whole county, though the performance of the students is not pleasing after every academic year.
In 2016, 47 of our candidates qualified to university. They got C+ grade and above, the grade that qualified them to university. Then in 2017, the number increased by 1. 48 of them qualified to university. Thank God, last year the number also increased to 52. So 52 of our students qualified to university in the last year KCSE.
Lack of enough facilities, harsh weather, and lack of enough trained teachers are some of the aspects leading to the menace. Yet, students are required to do the same examinations with schools like Alliance, Starehe, and Mangu that have full facilities and enough teachers.
There are a lot of challenges. in the education system in our area, especially Mandera. One of the challenges we are facing is staffing problem. As you know, the area is faced with a lot of insecurity. Most of the time, if any small thing happen in the northern region, it will trigger fear among our local teachers. Last year in March, the incident that happened in Wajir triggered fear among our teachers. 4 of our local teachers who are senior teachers in the school left. Despite that, our students work hard and they perform. So there's a lot of challenges in terms of staffing, since most of our teachers come from other part of the country. These teachers are not stable. They are not very stable. A small thing can make fear in them, and then they run away. But there are some who have been with us throughout, despite all the problem that is happening in the county.
Salim is also a non-local who hails from Kakamega County, but now a resident and a student in Mandera town.
Jina langu ni Salim Yusuf, mzaliwa kaunti ya Kakamega. Tulihamia kaunti ya Mandera baada ya babangu kuanza kufanya kazi huko mwaka 2011. Nilianza kusoma shule ya elimu bora, na baada ya kumaliza nikakuja shule ya upili ya Mandera. Wakazi wa kaunti ya Mandera ni wakazi wazuri, ingawa kuna muda kuna koga na vita, lakini kwa sasa katika kaunti hii tunafurahia amani. Ninapoishi huku, marafiki zangu wengi ni watu kutoka kaunti hii. Hata ninapoelekea kwetu nyumbani huwa nakosa marafiki juu hapa ndo nyumbani kwetu. Tangu niwe mdogo hadi sasa hapa ndo kwetu. Marafiki zangu wengi ni kutoka hapa. Hata hapa shuleni marafiki zangu wengi ni hawa wakazi wa kaunti ya Mandera, na hata majirani zetu ni watu wenye upendo na amani.
And Salim has a message for the other Kenyans who think Mandera is a no-go zone.
Na wahisi wa Kenya walio katika pande zingine waje wajionee wenyewe jinsi Mandera hivyo, jinsi amani, biashara na kazi zingine zinavyoendelea katika Mandera. Naamini hiyo negativity katika akili yao itatoka.
The narrative is different from what we see or hear from our national TV stations and radio stations whenever terrorism acts happen in this town. Mohamed Ali, Barak Post, Mandera.